Yo, what's up everybody? It is Ventus HD, and today I'm going to be showing you guys, or talking about the games that I've played in 2020, because 2020 I was stuck in my house a lot, so, you know, I gotta play some games, and I got Switch this year, so there's definitely going to be a lot of Switch games. These weren't all necessarily released in 2020, but I played almost all of them for the first time in 2020, or finished most of them in 2020. So I'm going to go over some games that I maybe have covered in videos, and I'm also going to go over some games that I haven't yet and I want to, or maybe I just might keep them in this video. I also want to go over some plans and what I want to do for the channel and stuff to do with the community in general after I'm done covering all the games. So without further ado, let's get into it. So first game, Kingdom Hearts 3. Now, I didn't play this for the first time in 2020, but I played the DLC for the first time in 2020 because that's when it was released. So I'm gonna get into that.
Okay, if you don't want any spoilers, please skip to this timestamp. The Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind DLC follows Sora going back and changing the events of the end of the main game, because Mr. Baldy McBald right here installed Windows 10 on an incompatible device. It explains why we see Sora fade away at the end of the game. Honestly, I had a really good time with it, mostly because when I finished Kingdom Hearts 3 back in February of 2019, I wanted more out of it. However, a lot of it is just the end of the game with sometimes the option to play as different characters. Yes, it is an interesting concept, but I wish they did more with it. They did add some additional boss fights, but I kind of wish we got a whole new world for the DLC. As for the Limit Cut episode, I haven't really touched it that much. I attempted one of the bosses and then didn't really touch it after that. Eventually I want to go back to it, but for now I'm just going to leave it where it's at. Now on to the next game.
Animal Crossing New Horizons, the game I probably played the most in 2020, and without further ado, I'm going to talk about it.
New Horizons was my first Switch game, therefore, I think it's one of the ones I've spent the most time on, having around 250 hours clocked in at the game. I enjoyed just building up my island, customizing my character, and messing around with my friends. Even though around the time I got the game, Switch Online wouldn't let us do that sometimes. New Horizons was the first Animal Crossing game where I knew all the series' main mechanics and little secrets it's been known for. Now, for things I didn't like about the game. The fact that your tools constantly break, and the fact it is so easy to run out of things to do. Yes, there was the addition of the Nook tickets, but they weren't really keeping me coming back to the game. The game starts to feel less like a Nook getaway, and more like a communist country. I feel if they added some of the things that the series has been known for, such as the Nook Shop upgrades, or the mini games that were included in New Leaf Welcome Amiibo, the game would have had a lot more to do. Another thing I've noticed was the lack of items from other Nintendo franchises, like the Mario hat or Link's tunic. But the Mario update is coming out later this year, and it's also Zelda's 35th anniversary, so I'm hoping to see a lot more of those items in New Horizons. The game is constantly getting updated, which we haven't seen for any other game in this series, so we'll just have to see where it takes us.
Now let's talk about Mario Odyssey. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a physical copy, but either way, great game. Let's get into it.
My god, this game is so beautiful and interesting. I was very unsure going into the game because I was worried I was going to put it down with my history of Mario 3D platformers. But I'd have to say, this game's music and immersion with Cappy's abilities, the world just felt so open and looked so good in HD graphics. This game got me back into 3D Mario, and I'm so glad. If you're looking for a great 3D platformer and haven't picked this one up, or if you're just getting into 3D platformers, pick this one up. Now on to the next two games.
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, both of these games are great, so I need to talk about them.
I have love for both of these games, but I don't have very much to talk about with both of them. I put them together because I still think they deserved a spot, because I did have a lot of fun with them this year. I got bullied by everyone I played against basically because I'm a pro gamer. Both of their Wii U predecessors were great, and I put a lot of time into both of them, so they were must-haves for me to stream and play with all of my friends. Now, let's talk Smash Bros. DLC. Sure, they gave us my new mortal enemy and not Sora, but they also gave us Minecraft Steve, which is a great addition because we've never had a character from a viral game like that, and it's better than getting Fortnite Jonesy. I could honestly care less about Min Min and Byleth because Min Min I just hate. I don't like her moveset, and everybody always beats me as her. And then Byleth is just another Fire Emblem character, and if you ask me, I think we already have enough of those in the game. As for Sephiroth, I think he's a really cool addition. I haven't gotten to play as him that much, but he's cool, and I like the idea that I can have Sans fight Sonic with one-winged angel playing in the background. Anyways, on to the next game.
The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Now this game is the first Zelda game I've beaten, so let's get into that.
Ocarina of Time was a great introduction to the Zelda series for me, being the very first 3D Zelda game and considered a cult classic by many. I played through it with some friends, with me taking a few extra weeks because I went to go visit my grandmother for a week and school started back up a day or two after I got back. But this game is so amazing. Its exploration, its music, and its mechanics. The game aged pretty well, and I definitely recommend that you either pick it up on the Wii U Virtual Console or the 3DS. But if you want to be rather ambitious, then pick it up on original hardware with a Brawler 64. On to the next game.
Super Mario Galaxy. I didn't play this one on original hardware. I actually picked up the 3D All-Stars collection. But either way, still a great port. So, you know, listen up.
Super Mario Galaxy is a game I gave up on when I was younger, but after playing Super Mario Odyssey, I decided to dive back into it. And my god is it good. I really wish I didn't miss out on this one when I was younger. I legit went through the game and collected every main story star. The game is a lot more linear compared to Mario Odyssey, which makes me question why I gave up on the game back in the day, but I beat it now, and that's all that matters. I definitely want to go back and 100% the game, maybe do some streams where I play as Luigi, or who knows, maybe even make a video with someone.
Another game I played this year is Pokemon Sword and Shield, or Shield specifically. So, I made a video about that, but, you know, let's still talk about it.
I had been contemplating picking up this game for a while, but then one of my friends ended up letting me use his account to play the game, and boy, I was completely wrong about it. I thought going in, I'm going to start this game, put it down because I don't like it, and that's going to be that. But my opinion on this game has completely changed after playing through it. Before I played this, I had only played X, Alpha Sapphire, Moon, and half of Black 2. Sure, the graphics weren't the top of the line for a Switch game, but it felt like another generation of X, and I enjoyed it a lot. And in my opinion, it put Pokemon Sun and Moon to shame, so if you haven't picked this up now, do so. I also made a video about this one, as I said earlier, so if you want, go check that out as well.
Okay, now these two games, Spider-Man for PS4 and Splatoon 2, I didn't have enough to make them their own sections, but I'd still like to talk about them. So Spider-Man for PS4, I started my first playthrough in 2018 and just finished it in 2020. I don't know if that's a bad thing or not. I probably should have started a new playthrough, but I finished it, and I enjoyed my time with Spider-Man, my 2 years with this 18-hour game. I'm pretty sure it's 18 hours. But it's a great game, definitely recommend it. And Splatoon 2 was a great game. I did my first Splatfest this year and it was great. I had a really good time playing Splatoon 2. Definitely needs some more upgrades that Splatoon 1 didn't have, and it still doesn't have with Splatoon 2. So, I did start a few games this year and didn't finish them, and I had to shelve or drop them, whatever you want to refer to it as. So, the first one was Hat in Time. I dropped that one because there was basically an issue with the account that it was on, because I was using my friend's account and he couldn't play his games, so I had to drop that game. And then there was The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, which there was a lot going on in my life at the time, so I kind of dropped the game. I was supposed to play through it with some friends, but I didn't, and I want to play through the game eventually because it was the first real Zelda game that really caught my eye. I'd like to finish in 2021. A lot of these are older games. There's a couple that I'd like to mention, like Cuphead, which I bought and also didn't finish because it's really hard, but I'd like to, you know, play through that. I'd like to play Kirby's Epic Yarn. I got this a couple years ago and barely have touched it. I need to play more of it, and I'm hoping that I will do that in 2021. Next is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. I already talked about it. Need to play through this game. Next is a game I also have had for a long time and have never beaten. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. The Wind Waker is a beautiful game. I haven't even played it that much, but I still recommend it. So, you know, get this game. It's good. I need to finish it. One of my friends, Jack Division, finished the game along with Ocarina of Time already this year. Lastly is Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I mean, if you don't know, there's Subspace Emissary in this game. I never finished it actually. So I got this copy I think in 2016. So basically what ended up happening was I borrowed the game from a library, and then I didn't have the game for a while. I was almost finished the game, but then I had to return it and they rented it out to somebody else, and I kinda never rented it after that. And then there was Christmas of 2016 where I was playing through it and I was having some disc read errors, and I got it buffed, and then it was working, and then I was getting more disc read errors recently, so I think I need to get it resurfaced. Hopefully it'll work after this time, but I definitely need to either play this one that I have right here or pick up a new copy and finally play through the game, or Subspace Emissary, because it is amazing. The cutscenes, the cutscenes, my guy, they are so good. They look so good. I don't get why Nintendo doesn't just make another Subspace Emissary. It's bigger and better, and they should just release that as a game. I'd buy that. That'd be so cool. Like, I don't get why they don't do that. Oh, and I just remember the last game, Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild, I started and didn't finish. I played it for a few days and then went on every so often, and then stuff just started getting more and more busy, and I didn't play on my Switch, and so I didn't play Breath of the Wild. I'm also playing through two games right now. I'm playing through Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memories, and I'm also playing through Luigi's Mansion 3, so I'm hoping to finish those two up and then start all those other games. Now, goals for 2021. I'd like to hit 500, maybe 600 subscribers. We are at 446 at the time of filming this video. And I'd also like to do some more collabs this year. I know I've had people on stream, but I have not made a full-on video with another person. Somebody will be making a Mario Galaxy video with me, so keep your eyes out for that. This year I want to meet up with a lot of the community members. I know we're in a pandemic still right now, but things are gonna get better, I think, this year. The vaccine has had some major developments and is already starting to be distributed, so I think hopefully this summer we will be good and I will be able to meet up with some people. All these right here, these are just some of the people I want to meet up with this summer, so I'm hoping I'll be able to do that. Obviously I am 16, so I can't really go many places by myself because Ventus doesn't know how to drive, everybody. That, and I'm 16, so I can't go over the border by myself, so that's not POG, because, you know, if they let me do that, I'd just probably flip the country. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm in Canada, most of my friends are in the US, and then there's Nathan and them all far out in Canada. So I'm hoping to meet up with some of them this year. But yeah, for other stuff, I just want to make more of those reviews or retrospective. I don't even know what you call them at this point, but you guys really like those videos, so I want to make more. I want to make more of those videos. They do take a lot of time to make, but I really like how they turn out in the end. So I definitely want to do that. I want to get more involved with my community. I have had so many people join the Discord as of recent. Link in the description, by the way. But it's been great. It's been great. Also, Twitter. Twitter has been popping off a little bit. We got, I think, 15 new followers in like the last 3 days. So that's been really cool. But yeah, it's been really great doing YouTube so far this year, or last year. Last year we kind of popped off with YouTube. My content completely just changed, and it was great. It was great. So I know this is a bit of a different video. It's a kind of a mix between my two different styles, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Twitter and join the Discord. I know I just said that not that long ago, but you know, do it, because you'll be able to talk to me a lot more. I'll be able to get more involved with you guys. Streams have been going fantastic. Since the Elgato has made its entrance into the streaming part, I've went from probably 3 viewers to about 10. So it's been great, and thank you for all of you guys for joining the streams and supporting me making the streams, because I know you guys enjoy them. I definitely want to do some more solo streams because I have been having a lot of people on the channel. But yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.